right, in 5, 4, 3,
Cheap flights.
Cornbread.
How's it going, everyone? This is Frank Cavone, the Cheap Flights and Cornbread podcast.
How's it going, everyone? I'm Frank Cavone, and we are Kinda Live, Kinda Living right here, episode 47 of the Cheap Flights and Cornbread podcast, right here on
Kinda Live.
in Putnam Place. I don't even know where I'm going with this. What's up, Steve? We got
up?
Steve Perry of Hilltop, the band, here to have some fun. You are no stranger to this place. You are here night in, night out for a lot of the gigs here, along with having your duties as a percussionist and in Hilltop. Thank you for coming on the show, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How's everybody's week been? Doug, how's your week been?
Dude, it's been going good. Had the ominous sea pods up at the water hole on Saturday, so that was really fun. I heard you went
How
to
was
Funkin'
that?
Waffles. It was fantastic. So it seemed like they had like a good hometown crowd, a lot of the older peeps, and like they were like shouting out to people in the crowd, and like it was an amazing show. One of the best ones I've seen from them. Like really high energy,
Really?
all
Okay.
set too.
Sick.
Like I was a big fan of the show.
How was it having Al there?
Oh, I definitely think he had a little pizzazz.
Little
to
zest?
The, little
All right.
zest to the spice of this thing.
flavor.
So, no, that was a lot of fun. And then, finished up Hey Skate Rat. So, can't wait
Hell
for you
yeah.
guys to see that. And then, just been working and, just getting ready for my kitten invasion of my apartment.
I'm ready for it too.
Dude,
man.
I'm not.
The kitten invasion.
Well, I have like 5, I've been feeding this wildcat, and she had like 5 kittens like almost a month ago. So right now they're like in this little like enclosure in my like dining room, but I'm like they're starting to walk around it a lot, and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna need to open up this area, so I need to like quarantine off an entire like zone of my house. So that's my plan for today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan.
That'd be a fun video.
Kitten adventure.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah.
That
Well,
would be-
I'll
That'd
be bringing
be-
all the podcast gear, so I might just film a time lapse and we just.
It's not going to be a sitcom. It's going to be a kitcom.
It is gonna be a
Kitcom.
kitcom.
I think we got a lot of potential here.
Yes.
Oh yes, yeah. How are
Kitty
you doing,
invasion.
Brett? How's your week been?
Dude, it was very blurry. Just a lot of. I did the math. Of all of the hours I was awake, I spent about 60. It was some dumb like repeating thing, but like 63% of the time I was awake this week, I was working in a bar, and it fucking wears on you, man.
I believe it.
It was. I mean, I love it. I signed myself up for this shit, but it's fun. All going toward the wedding. All going toward.
Kind of live, kind of just live it.
some-
Man.
yeah.
Just kind of live it.
Yeah. I mean, the part about this past week or two that I guess stands out. So we had a tentative plan to shoot episode 4 of Classless Bastards, and we shot episode 4, and in a rare judgment call, I realized like who the person who I want to name but I won't came on and just basically shit all over everything we were doing, which I'm okay with because like I'm not gonna act like I'm the poster child of being appropriate, but
Yeah.
dude, he just like it was almost as if this person was going out of their way to be shocking, whereas like raunchy, vulgar, inappropriate, and fun-loving is kind of what we're going for, and this dude was just like, dude, he was off the fucking rails.
Okay.
It's definitely going to be one of those like paywall episodes years down
That's
the
it.
road when the statutes of things all dissolve.
Oh man.
Well, hey, that happens, man.
It
It's some people just, I guess, don't have a filter.
Yeah.
Now, what about you, man? How's your week been? You're just coming off and running shows.
The week's been good. Definitely last weekend was a little more, what do you say, interesting than the week. We were playing over at Funkin' Waffles with the Sea Pods, and that sold out, which was sick. So I was
Nice.
happy about that. And then we played over in Albany the next night on Saturday, and we sold pretty good, and the crowd was amazing. It was, it was good to be back in the hometown and see a lot of the friends and family
Absolutely.
that, helped us, or are still helping us along this path, which is awesome.
Dude, it's really cool, and to see you guys performing separately and bringing your own like musical shit into the thing that matters most to you guys, which is the Hilltop the band. And I mean, you guys are now getting on festival bills. Is it Hilltop the band? Are you still doing that, or is it Hilltop?
If
Did
you want the
drop
whole
band?
explanation, Dave, I don't know if Dave ever talked to you about this. So it's a huge. We are Hilltop. That is the band name.
Okay.
We are called Hilltop the band on our socials because
It's easier
Hilltop.
to search,
Well,
right?
they say Hilltop is too. What do they say? Not specific enough of a location, and Hilltop is a location, so you can't be a location. It's so stupid. And so I mean, we just looked around, and
Yeah.
other than Fish, it's like, there's Goose. I forgot who else it is, but Goose is Goose the band.
Goose the band.
And there's a bunch of other bands that are the same way.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm sure it's just they ran into the same situation. I'm sure Fish got away with it because it's not with an F.
Exactly. And honestly,
So they
from
got it.
a media creator's
They got money,
perspective,
too.
with tagging and mentioning through socials, if I were to search at Hilltop, it would be a pain in the fucking ass on Facebook. Like, especially with setting up articles. I don't know if you've ever had the issue or you guys, but when you're looking to tag a certain thing, it pops up with 7 different things that are not the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
if you go and you look at the pages, specific at, you can set that. So the band is beneficial. So
Yeah,
thank you.
it- and
you
it
should
helps.
add it back.
We shouldn't add it back.
You should add it back.
Oh, it's in there.
It's in there.
It
Okay,
is there.
okay. So Hilltop the band. That's who we got here.
One of them.
But this has been a crazy week, man. I bought my first house plant. That was cool.
Ooh,
Oh.
what kind of house plant?
Yeah, it's actually pretty badass looking. It looks like a macro scaled down version of a tree from Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
So I was like, I gotta spruce my room up a little bit. Hung up some of my photos. I was totally against it. Hung up the Eddie's Awards. Totally against that. But I was like, if I'm gonna have people coming into my room, I need it to look like not like a college fucking room from
Why not?
2016.
It was giving those vibes, not gonna lie.
I've done that. I did that every year. And I was like, yeah, I'm cool with this.
No, it looks
And
really
then-
nice.
So I was looking a little better. I took my mom to a concert on Mother's Day. This guy Boz Scaggs, famous for the song Lido Shuffle. Great show. Was not expecting to like it. My mom had a hell of a time. And wow, I was very happy for that day to be over.
I'm sure she was.
It was
too.
a long one. Let's just say that. You may understand. Tula Festival stopped there for a few minutes. Got to see a couple of songs from Glass Pony and Eastbound Jesus. Unfortunately, wasn't able to make it the whole weekend, but I did fly my drone from Empire State Plaza all the way to Washington Park to just simply get the photo and check out what's going on. So I was there, but I was up in the sky. Checked out Slide and Dirty, talked to Tim from Slide and Dirty for our next People and Places. That was also a lot of fun. Got to talk about some of his favorite Fish musical experiences and just some of the great things that they're doing at Slide and Dirty throughout the summer. I know Eris is going to be there with a Hallelujah Hat Trick for one of the nights. If you don't know what Slide and Dirty is, they're super jam band fans who own this amazing slider place. So every different type of slider burger you can possibly think of. It is fucking
It's in Troy, right?
right in downtown
Right in
Troy.
Troy.
So
Sounds
even
so
if you're going
delicious.
for even if you're going for one of the farmers markets, stop in. Definitely worth
Or
it.
I hope they start doing those Thursday nights out again.
I guess they are.
Those are fun. Good.
Yeah,
those
they're
are
gonna
fun.
be doing those.
I mean, I'm a glasshead, so I love
Okay.
going and hanging at Prism with Phil and all them.
Hell yeah.
It's cool
I
watching.
got to check that out. I never even heard
You've
of
never
it.
been?
Never been.
Oh man, dude, they do live glass blowing and stuff. It's pretty
No
sweet.
shit.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Damn. Okay. Good to know. Other than that, yeah, I went and saw the Mets win yesterday. That was also cool as well.
Nice.
But we are here today to talk to you. So first off, I got to ask: did you or your brother start playing drums first?
I think it was me, and it
Okay.
was in so my dad came up to me and he was like, "Okay, you want to take drum lessons?" Well, I came up to him and I was like, "I want to play drums." And he was, "Oh, okay, I'll get you drum lessons." So he got me drum lessons, and I found out that it was for a Scottish fife and drum corps. And this is where this whole story fucking comes in, man. This is crazy. So I found that out, and I'm like, no, I want to play drum set. So I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. A little third grader, asshole kid. So I stopped. My dad, paid for a year lessons already. So my brother started picking them up, and he took on the lessons. And then he did those lessons, and then they took them, and they were like, "You want to join the fife and drum band?" And he was really into it, so he joined.
Wow.
And when he was, I don't know how old he was. He might have been like 15 years old or something like that, maybe even like 14. It was in 2012. He went to Scotland and played in the World Championships on tenor drum. Yeah.
That's
and he
crazy.
was like, he was a small kid to be over there playing. I forgot what they placed, but that's where that whole thing came in. So once he did that, jealousy struck my head when I was in 4th grade. And then 5th grade came along, I started taking drum lessons, and then 6th grade came, and I picked up saxophone and just kept playing drums, and now me and Reed are playing alongside and the drum corps and stuff, and
Yeah.
it was sweet. And we both actually did get the opportunity to go to Scotland together and perform in the same band together.
Wow.
In the World Pipe Band Championships on
You
the
have to be in
Glasgow
the full
Green.
get up and everything.
Oh yeah, we were in
fucking
we
way.
wore the whole kilt, man.
You guys need to bring that to Hilltop.
Oh man, that'd
And I
be
say that
tough.
because you guys did, to me, what was one of the most impressive, and I wish I could have been there, but one of the most impressive experiments and just setups for a gag for a show, because no one does it locally. And these guys dressed up as scientists. You guys had like what, dry ice that you were using to like make it look like you were making potions and chemicals,
Yeah.
dude. Like, that's fucking sick.
We sent Eris in the future in a time machine.
Okay.
Yeah, experiments went wrong. Let's just say that. But we got back on track.
So after the whole Scottish thing, when did you guys get sucked down this rabbit hole we're all stuck in here called the jam band?
Oh man, so that was Reed. There was what was it? I think it was a senior benefit for like their senior ball, and music was big in our town, Amsterdam. We had a big band, marching band, jazz band, and we had a couple musician friends, Morgan Shaw, Mike Hugo, Mike O'Neill, Nick Shaw, Morgan's brother, a bunch of these Amsterdam heads that we just grew up in high school with, and they put on a senior benefit, and Reed played with Morgan Shaw on bass, and I'm pretty sure Eris was on guitar, and one of our buddies, Ryan Farley, was playing too. And they had this benefit, Reed played, and I think after that, maybe Eris wasn't there, and Reed played the benefit drums, and then Eris came up to Reed or something like that. Somehow Eris and Reed started jamming together, and Eris met this keyboard player, George Shirk, which is our old keyboard player in college, so we started jamming with him. And then I was jamming, and we had our buddy Ryan Farley playing, and we were just kind of jamming in Eris's attic. And started playing some open mics in town, and then we started listening to Fish and Grateful Dead, and got introduced to the local scene, and we decided maybe we should start going. And eventually Ryan, got busy with his personal life. He was the bass player,
Oh,
so
okay.
Reed, along that time, Reed met Dave, which is our bass player now, Dave Klang.
Dave Klang rang.
Yeah. And we started bringing him upstate just to like play the open mics with us, have a little fun. It was all fun at first, and then we kind of like were talking like, what do we want to do here?
Right.
And that's where it all started, is just kind of jamming together, having fun, and saying, oh, maybe we could. We're having fun. Let's have fun. Let's actually have fun now.
Yeah. No, it's cool, man. And so around what time was that? Because I met you guys, I want to say, during COVID.
Yeah, around that
Actually,
time.
I met Eris first.
A little before. Well, were you at the Dogs in a Pile when we opened up for them at the Hollow?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, because the first time I saw Dogs in a Pile was 29. Actually, it was probably the last concert we ever went to before COVID at the Strand Theater in Hudson Falls. It was Dogs in a Pile and Lucid. And but I met Eris because he was doing some. I met him at like Alive at 5, and he was flyering down there, and he was like talking to me about Fish and all this stuff, and how he's about to go to Bangor, Maine to go see Fish, and this is like 2019. And then I met you guys. Yeah, during COVID, we did a live stream together.
Yeah, we did it over at Eris's apartment in Schenectady.
Yeah. So what? How would you say like things have changed for you from then taking COVID out of the equation, just generally being in a band then from now, because I will say I can't imagine, and maybe it wasn't hard at all, but being a band in Schenectady, you know, like being centralized on the other side of the capital region. Were you guys still able to like make roots and grow, you know, without living in Albany?
Well, I mean, that was the hardest part, is we'd have these long discussions. Like, we live in Amsterdam, dude, this like far out town, no jam band scene in Amsterdam, no music scene. There's not even there's one bar you can have music at. There's like small acoustic acts, don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
You know, there's only like one bar with a stage and like possibility for a light show. And we're all just talking like, we don't have, if we played a show in Albany, we can't bring, it's hard to get our friends in Amsterdam to go out to Albany or Lake George or,
Yeah.
you know, freaking this and that. So we just figured, start playing in Albany, try to meet some people in Albany, and which we did, and we kind of did successfully, but we're still doing, you know, we haven't met everybody in Albany. It's a huge freaking city.
But you guys now, I could like look at you guys and say at least like, hey, I mean, you guys are super tight with Laura Lee Band, you know, the Glass Pony guys, and I'm sure working here now, you know, like has to be like a huge help.
I mean, yeah, and definitely working here makes me realize how many people have heard our name, know our name, and it is, I can say one thing, and when you tell someone you're part of an organization or a group and they say, oh, I've heard of that, it's a big payoff in your heart, because you're like, okay, a little hard work went somewhere. And a lot of the times you feel like, you know, your hard work isn't going anywhere because it's such small increments. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 back, 2 forward, 1 back. You don't really see the progress until you look at the 5-year progress. So, I mean, we just set goals too. That's a big thing we like to do.
Well, you're ambitious. I mean, you guys do a lot of work on social media. Like, I mean, I can tell you right now, I used to do it all the time, but now it's like sometimes I'll go a day without sharing something, but you guys have like these creative fucking like things, and I'm just like, dude, this is what bands need to be doing, because in a world where you get buried by the next day, you know, you gotta leave somewhat of an impact. You know?
No, you're so right, man.
So, you know, before getting into your Putnam Place side of life, you know, what have been some of your goals that you have hit? Like, if you guys are writing them down.
Well, one of our goals, I know, was we had a couple. I'll say 2 of the goals because I know them right off the top of my head. One of them was to play the Hollow, which we successfully did, opening up for Dogs in a Pile in, I think it was 2019. We opened up for them. It was like March 4th. It was something, or I don't know when it was. I'm really blanking on the date, but it was before COVID, and we opened up for them, and that was like one of their first plays in Albany, I believe. I could be mistaken on that. So that was one of our goals, and that was like almost a 1-year goal, and I felt kind of like, okay, we just got that by the hair, you know, we just got that goal.
Yeah.
So our next goal was like, okay, in the next 3 years or 4 years or something, we want to be headlining shows in Albany and be at the point where we can essentially headline shows or be the opener that is picked to help draw people, you know, and actually be the opener that helps draw people, you know, not just the opener you're put in front of, like, if you open up for somebody that you know there's going to be 1,000 people there, it's like, oh, well, let's just get this band on. No one knows about them. Let's just get them in front of people, which that works really good. And I wish I would see a little more of that, but that's a different discussion.
Yeah.
But we just came up with, like, you know, a couple goals. Like, we want to be doing this, essentially playing this venue because that's a popular one. And we want to have this type of want out of our band. And I mean, I'd say we're there.
Yeah.
I want to say at the Parish Public House, that wasn't our first, but that was our second time headlining in Albany, and it did pretty good.
Hell yeah, man! And that's it. Like, that's exactly it. Like, there are times where I look at Mirth Films and I'm just like, fuck, I feel so goddamn stagnant, you know. But then I think, like 5 years ago, I'm like,
you just dominated in the freaking Eddies, am I right?
we gratefully got some awards for
Yeah,
sure,
nice.
and you know, like, and that's the cool thing. Yeah, like, even being in a different town, somebody remembers your, you know, this thing. I remember being out at the Gorge and somebody knew what Mirth Films was.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's crazy.
People-
where the
dude.
fuck are you? Like, come on.
How? What
bring
you
up
mean?
people bring up Mirth Films all the time to me. They're like, yeah, and Mirth Films, the production and especially in the past, ever since then,
Yeah.
it's like, was that a goal for you? That makes me wonder.
Not really. My goal,
Because
at
I know
least
you
for-
kind of
for
get
myself.
You
like,
didn't. We don't submit to be in that stuff. Am I right?
Well, no. It's
You're chosen, right?
I choose what we do. I choose what I do, at least with Mirth Films, and
Yeah.
and what does that mean? Who am I choosing to cover that day? What articles am I going to write? What show am I going to shoot and record? Or hey, who have we not really covered or discussed with certain interviews? And that's where like we've had some success there, at least in the early part of 2023. But really, a lot of the times you just kind of fucking coast sometimes, because especially like during festival season, we're about to get slammed.
Yeah,
You know?
summer.
And it's
summer's
like
a
we're also
killer,
working
man.
on Sylvia, so it's like balancing what is the priority, Also, we have a festival that we're investing a lot of money in that we have to also be kind of smarter with what we're doing on our content side, because hey, this is a reality fucking thing. The content, while it's great to have every day, so our priorities change every day, our hats change every day. Doug
Very
does
true.
different shit than Brett does, than I do now. Like we
Yeah.
all have our own delegated roles.
Seems like your team's really expanding.
It feels like it's a lot more collaborative, and it feels a lot more organized. Where like 2019 us, I would say like 2019 us was like, let's go to everything and fucking anything.
Yeah,
and
well, I
we
mean,
did. We went to
and-
all the festivals we went to that summer. That fucking helped.
No,
Gave away
for
free
sure.
shirts, like.
And at that point, I mean, it was mainly just us, though.
It was.
Like, there is, like, now we have, like, a crew of, like, photographers and writers that are, like, going out and covering all these shows and going to all the places that we can't. Obviously, we're only so many people we can't always get to. So that's been a crazy thing to experience, how the team
ripple.
has grown, like,
Yeah.
outside of us.
Like things that we weren't doing before, like hitting targets with Classless Bastards, which is like way separate from like what our main demographic is from what we've created, which is kind of is jam bands sometimes. Like
Yeah,
but like
I gave Mirth Films. I really just opened the floodgate for scumbags. It was
pretty
really-
much we accept everybody
I mean,
here at Mirth Films.
I was gonna
That's the
say,
thing.
there you go. You gotta take them all in.
Oh,
you know?
goddamn
Exactly.
right, dude.
Everyone's welcome.
Give
And-
us your huddled masses. Give us your recovering drug addicts. Give us your habitual drug addicts. Fuck, dude, I might make you a guest.
It might make you a guest. And now, like, what is it like for me? What do I have to do? I have to kind of step back in certain ways. Like, I can't go out and photograph every show. Like 2 years ago, fucking, I'd be at everything. Like
Yeah.
now, it's like, okay, we are a video company that also like. That's why we're doing People in Places, is because it's like a documentary style thing in a short bit that's hitting what we need. And I don't think myself being out shooting every show is going to help us grow. Because like we discussed that, me and Max, like, yeah, like, do we want to be doing this every week, or do we want to eventually have our studio, like $1 million studio with everything, every set already set, flick of a button, turn things on, really like make everything count. And that's why quality versus quantity is the direction.
Yeah.
I see some band post that, I'm just like, dude, this does not do it. Like hitting record, waiting a second. Obviously, he just waited a second because he just hit record and like talking like, hey, I'm playing this fucking show tonight. You guys are like, I don't know, doing some green screen shit or something.
It's all of it. You gotta hit all.
You can't
and-
do like 10,000 stupid things that are just gonna like live like like for us, which is like a news article post about tour dates.
But some people like that little bland Lay's potato chip, dude. Not everyone wants
Yeah.
their barbecue chip or their
That's true.
Doritos. You know what I mean? So you gotta hit them all, dude. You
do.
gotta go through all the spectrums. You gotta sift, because we do post those, But a big thing we've noticed is you gotta put yourself in your element. Like
Yes.
if you're playing get yourself on a guitar. Like
100%.
Talk with your guitar in your hand. I don't know. Kiss it.
Kiss it.
Play it with
Lick
your
the
freaking
guitar.
teeth. I don't know. Jimi Hendrix shit. Try to
That's
talk.
something. I'll watch that. But I guess it's like if we have the arsenal of all this like thousands of dollars worth of gear, we got to be making like
Yeah, content.
best,
It's
you know?
especially, and you're not going to put it to waste.
no.
And there's always behind the scenes stuff that people don't, I don't want to say understand, but don't realize that is there.
Exactly.
Because everyone understands, when you see if that's the craziest thing. If someone saw this podcast on live television, they'd be like, whoa, where are they? Crazy studio, maybe.
Right,
Someone
right,
might
right.
think that, but, it's the same as what you're hosting regularly.
Exactly. And it's just a balance of what is that for that point in time, So festival-wise, you guys have a shit ton coming up.
We got some.
You got some.
We
you
got-
got more than 2, which is great for a festival, for a band that is like playing lineups with like members of Dead and Company.
Yeah, I mean, the Catskill Jubilee is going to be a fun one.
Jubilee. Lookout Fest. That's it.
Lookout cookout.
It's the Lookout Cookout.
Lookout Fest. Oh, that's a great. It's a good. Hey, listen, I worked it last year. They know how to get down. I'll tell you that much. But it's a good environment. Everyone's definitely there for the music.
Hell yeah,
Tell
man.
you
I
that
mean, the
much.
lineup was insane last year. What do
It
you
was
got? Disco
crazy.
Biscuits,
Disco-
DSO.
Yeah.
You guys played it last year too?
No.
Okay, but you're on it this year.
Yeah. It was, and Disco Biscuits are on it this year, doing like 4 sets, dude.
Wow.
That's
okay.
awesome.
But we're also on Rock the Dock, which
Rock
is
the
that's
Dock.
that's the most. That's going to be the soonest one coming up.
Okay.
So, I mean, as you know, that's going to be a fun one.
That's gonna be a real good
And
time.
that was one of our goals right there. That's 3. I'll stop at 3 goals.
Okay.
That was one of our like 5-6 year goals. Is Rock the Dock. We
Yeah.
wanted to be on Rock the Dock.
Yeah, no, and I mean, we were talking about Rock Dock earlier. I didn't realize it was coming up so quickly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't realize it
it's-
was July 8th.
oh my gosh, yeah, it's
that's
in
like less, well, I mean, it's
month
over a
and a
month
half,
away.
yeah.
But, I mean, I'm going out on a road trip for our buddy's wedding at like the beginning of July. So, like, I'm basically going to be going from like Las Vegas July 4th. And I was like, oh, I'm getting back July 10th. I was like, oh, Rock the Dock July 8th. I'm like, Malik, you haven't heard it yet, but we're going to drive across country in like 3 days because we're not missing Rock the Dock.
July
fun,
8th,
man.
Rock the Dock, and that is galactic headlining.
Yes.
We have Hilltop. We have Neon
Eastbound
Avenue,
Jesus.
Eastbound Jesus,
Chestnut Grove.
Chestnut Grove. Who else we got? We got another one, right?
Neon Avenues.
Eggy. We got Eggy.
Eggy, yeah, Eggy's
Ooh,
on
that'll
it.
be
Duh.
sick.
Yeah, been to Vince.
Neon Av's hitting the side stage, which
Yep,
I
they're
think
gonna
is
be
on the boat.
Playing
If
all
I'm-
day long, right next to the main stage.
Oh, right next to it.
Right next to it. So
Right
you
in
don't even have
between
to
every
move.
set, they're playing 30 minutes of Dead.
Dude, that's
Exactly.
so sick.
Catch some Formula 5 members on stage at what was their original festival. And tickets are cheap. It's family friendly. It's going to be a great time. You can sit on the boat, watch the show, fireworks. Maybe.
It's a day event. I mean,
Yeah.
well, it's like
I
4
don't
to.
know.
It's
I don't think so.
it doesn't go late either. It starts at
Yeah.
4 p.m.
Goes to like 9, 10
Hilltop's
p.m.
kicking it off at 4 p.m. Make sure you're there.
4 p.m.
Be there at 3. We're kicking off at 3. I changed my mind. Starting early.
Starting early. That's it.
But
Get
no,
there at 2.
Acoustic set.
No, yeah, well, we want to get there early so you can get your nice spot on the boat.
Yeah, you definitely want to get a nice
Because
spot in
it
the
fills
boat.
up quick.
Or you want a front row spot. That's going to fill up quick, too.
Definitely wear some
All
sunscreen.
the spots fill up quick.
If you're white like me, wear some fucking sunscreen. I honestly, when I was at the Mets game yesterday, I didn't even think
Oh, you
about
went
it.
to the Mets
I
game?
want to go see the Mets.
Oh,
yeah.
how much was that? Like $5?
It was like $8 a ticket.
Yeah, there you go. $8 there.
You
Dude,
know
they
how
got
much
the
it costs
cheapest
to park
ticket.
there,
But
in
it's
the cheapest parking lot.
50.
$40.
I was gonna say like 40,
the
50
cheapest
bucks.
parking lot.
Oh man, you're better off parking like in I don't even know, somewhere else and taking the trains down.
To be fair, I did not pay for it, so
Well, whatever. Did you get a ticket?
I got a ticket.
How much did you get a ticket for though?
$8.
$8 ticket?
$8 ticket.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
well, what the heck? Why are you gonna not get the ticket then? Just take the ticket.
That's it.
It's the pain in the butt, but whatever. You need the
Exactly.
ticket.
Yeah. It's just funny. It's like, oh, the parking costs more than 4 tickets.
The
to go to
ticket.
game.
Oh, yeah,
That's it.
That's where they get
Oh,
you.
you didn't get a parking ticket though, right?
No, my dad paid for it. I didn't buy it.
Oh,
I think
all
we
right,
have.
there you
I
go.
think we have a fundamental misunderstanding. I think we're using ticket in 2 separate.
Yeah, I thought you meant you didn't pay for the parking and you got a parking
Like, as
ticket
in,
for $8.
like-
Oh, okay. No, yeah.
I know the Mets ticket was $8.
I
It's
paid.
starting
Yeah,
to make
exactly.
sense now.
I paid $40 for that. I've been doing that a lot lately. $40
no,
for the parking ticket.
For the parking,
For
not
the
the
par-
time.
for the
parking.
You
You
know-
didn't get a
For
parking
the parking
ticket.
pass.
No parking ticket.
So you didn't get a ticket for parking.
I'm so happy we're
no,
learning this
not
together.
that kind of ticket. I didn't get fined.
Yes,
And the English
yes.
language.
The New York Mets fined me to park.
Did they win though?
They won. Pete
Oh,
Alonso hit a home run.
fantastic.
Who'd they play?
No, they played. Who did they play?
I have no clue.
It's like
So
some
bad.
sorry team, like
Dude,
the
this
Mets.
is
Whatever. It
like-
doesn't matter. They
Dude,
won.
it was like a
It
couple
doesn't
days
matter.
ago.
If the Mets win,
No, it was
it's
yesterday.
a good game.
Dude, somewhere up in Lake Placid right
I
now.
was.
Max
Oh,
LaPointe
Tampa
is
Bay
ridiculous.
Rays. Sorry.
Oh, the Rays,
Yeah, we
okay.
beat the Rays, the best team in the MLB right now, which it's still early. We're under 500.
Hey, I mean,
So,
it's still good.
but you guys also have Rye Bread coming up.
No, we're not on.
You're
Rye.
not on Rye. I thought
No.
every local band was on Rye Bread.
No,
Sorry.
not this year.
Right, fucking
Okay.
bread.
Well, you guys are playing
We're
a
gonna.
festival
We
coming up
will
sometime
probably
soon.
be there hanging out and like maybe a sit-in will pop up. I don't know if we get
Dude.
asked or something.
Yeah, get that artist at large status.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Perry, artist at large. You are a percussionist.
Hey, I
Does
mean,
work in your
are dogs in
favor.
a pile on that one?
They are on that one.
Maybe I'll hit them up and see
Dogs
if they
in a
want a
Pile is
percussion
like-
sit-in.
they're
They
probably-
asked me about it last time I was working here.
Did
so-
they really?
Yeah. So
Hell
Cast
yeah.
they said they love percussion.
Jimmy, come on, listen to this.
Come on.
I hope you're listening to this. We gotta get Steve Perry on.
Sam.
Tag him.
Shout to the butcher at the store. So, well, dude, anything else that we can be looking forward to for Hilltop in the near future, or things you're working on, stuff to get fans excited for?
We got some dates in the works for the summer.
Okay.
We got some dates in the works. If you like Vermont, plan a weekend.
Like the northern part or like our part?
It's like center.
Okay.
Center. More towards inland of Burlington.
Okay.
You know, what is that? Water?
It's
water-
inland
Colchester?
Burlington.
I don't even know. I don't know Vermont. I'm
Yeah,
a New
I
York
don't-
head, dude.
Rutland?
the
I
same.
don't know.
Rutland, I think, I don't know. Dude, I'm
That's
not
not,
even
I
trying
think Rutland's
I
on
don't
the way
wanna
to
sound
Burlington.
stupid.
That sounds right.
Vermont's not a big place. You'll
Virgin-
find
Let's
it.
say Virgins. That sounds
And
like a
For
solid.
gens.
We got some stuff in Vermont. We got some stuff in New York City.
Ooh.
So I don't know
Oh.
if anyone likes the city around these parts.
There's
Can't
some
say
I
I
don't.
I can't say I love it, but we're playing at some cool spots there. I mean,
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
known names. You guys, you'll definitely know the names.
Okay.
I'm sure you guys both will know the names. You guys will know the names.
When are you guys playing?
When?
Yeah.
Those are gonna be. I think there's one in like August and one in June.
So it's probably going
Or-
to be around the time of fish, or am I?
Yeah, there's one of those in between. Some
Okay.
So there's.
Stay tuned. We don't
I'll
want
leak
to.
it. I'll leak it. There's one date that there's 2 days of fish, a leap day, and then it goes back to a weekend of fish
Okay.
on their 7 nights. So there's a leap day that we're playing in New York City. So if you're going down for fish,
Ooh.
keep your eye out for any leap days.
Okay.
Sorry,
On your off day.
Hilltop, I leaked it.
Sorry,
I leaked the
Hilltop.
leap.
Everybody's going to now know. All
whatever.
35 people.
They're gonna know eventually, right?
Hopefully.
But yes, follow Hilltop the band across all social media platforms. Is that right? Where can we
Yeah.
listen to you? Spotify.
Spotify, Bandcamp,
I got an album cover.
Uh,
Thank you so much.
Apple Music,
Ooh.
Apple Music.
everything. We're on everything.
Hell yeah.
YouTube, come check out our YouTube videos.
Now, quickly, just to go over some things, just going to check the time here. So, now, roughly, like, I guess, you play a role here. You're a sound guy. You help behind the bar. You're
Yeah.
number 2 to
I don't
Sly.
help behind the bar. Don't let them tell you that.
Sly will actually not let him behind the bar. But, so, yeah, tell us about your experience working here, man. Because I, for the longest time, didn't know that was something you did. And then, come last year, you're here, like, a lot of the times, doing a lot of the shows. What have been some of your great things that you've learned from working here at Putnam Place, one of the greatest venues ever?
So definitely, it's funny that you didn't know that I was an audio engineer. Because
I also didn't know that you were a twin to your brother.
I didn't know. Well, we're not twins, but I don't even think you knew we were brothers.
I didn't know you were brothers.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
me-
come on, Frank.
It took 3 years.
I mean,
I was like, are you guys brothers?
it's there. It's there.
See, I didn't want to
kinda.
say anything, but you guys kind of look alike.
There a little bit.
Not out here assuming anything.
But yeah, I mean, me and Reed, we're both audio engineers. So is Dave. Dave does a lot of audio stuff. Working at Putnam, man, it's great. It's an amazing situation going from, in college. I went to a studio college where it's a lot of the stuff studio. You walk in, everything's set up. except for the mics and whatnot. But the studio situation is cool. It's awesome to be using all that stuff. It's time consuming, man. I don't want to spend 6 hours dialing in a freaking band just to record a 8-minute track. You know,
That
what
will
I mean?
take
So-
10 hours to
Yeah,
record.
yeah.
Right.
So I was big on live and being at school. You have to set up all the shit and then break it all down. So coming into Putnam, dude, I got my speakers hung, my lights are up. I just turn it on and I set my mics up. It's like a live studio, and working with different bands is awesome. You know, I've met a lot of new people. I've met a lot of people that I knew that I didn't know played instruments. You know, I've met a lot of people and then met them somewhere else, and it's like, oh my god, like.
Yeah.
Like I've this one kid, Ben, man, I mixed his band here. I met him. My brother met him through a mutual friend, and then one day I was skiing up at Gore Mountain, and I saw him, and he stopped me, and I'm just like, he's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, oh, dude, what the heck? Like, out in the middle of nowhere, on the middle of the mountain, like, what the hell?
That's
How does this
crazy.
happen?
Wow.
But working here is definitely cool. I mean, Sly's a great guy. You know, he took me right in. Nick Relation, he's not here anymore. He's the old engineer.
Yeah.
He was the one who got back to my resume, and it's crazy because I don't think I would have this job if it wasn't for Hilltop, because Nick got back to me saying, I responded to your resume, I saw your resume, and I remembered your name and working with you with Hilltop, and I remember you being a pleasant band to work with. So that was why he took me in, and
Hell yeah.
so it's just great. You know, it's
See how being nice goes a long way? It can lead you down the road. You never know who your next connection is.
Oh.
Like, it's the truth.
you never know what you want to do next either.
You never do. So, like, with that being said, who's some of your favorite people you work with here?
Who's some of my favorite people?
And who's some of your least favorite?
Getting the pan hot already.
I
I gotta work
Stoking
tonight,
the
Frankie. Well, I mean, Sly, you know, he's up there for sure.
I'm one of the favorites, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's number one.
Are you kidding me? There's a lot of favorites. I mean, I love them all. Kayla works every Monday night with me, so she holds it down, you know, on my. No one likes Mondays, but she put a good point a couple weeks ago. We got family tree every Monday.
Yeah.
And you know, I won't lie, you know, I wake up sometimes and I'm like, oh no, Monday night show. Like, you wake up, no one wants to wake up Monday and work from 5 to 10 or 11. People do, and I do.
Yeah.
And I do love it, don't get me wrong.
Well, if you're playing all weekend, yeah,
But
you
Ka-
need a
yeah.
recharge day.
But Kayla put it the best way. She was like, you know, you come in here, it's the same people every week. It's like going to it's like having this a birthday party every week of the same people, like
Yeah.
rotating. You know, it's cool. It was cool. So Kayla's definitely one of my faves, and Nicole's my homie. She's who I get food with.
Hell yeah.
She's who I get the food with, chill, and then I go do work, and then she does work, and it's like, see you
yeah.
later.
Well, hell yeah, we got one of the greatest staffs here. Honestly, you walk in here,
Oh, it's always
it's
the
just like the
most
cheer
welcoming
song,
environment.
man. Yeah.
It's a little family.
It is, and that's what I don't know. Being here just feels right doing this podcast because it's like, I mean, the history. I'm not gonna say the history we had here, but like, I mean, I know we owe a lot to this.
There is
place,
history,
you
dude.
know,
Look
like,
on your walls.
You
on the
got a
walls.
point.
You're on the walls.
You got a point.
Like,
Can't
yeah,
get-
yeah, no, I remember coming here before I was even 21.
Yeah, back
Right.
when there was a pool table here.
Back
And that's
when
the thing.
Back when it was the Den, dude.
The Den.
And,
when it was
I've never been here when it was called the Den.
Oh,
That's crazy.
God, it
Never.
was-
I'm 24
it was
years
bu-
old.
it-
I'm like a young.
It looks much better.
child.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like every time someone talks about like, oh, like the,
Well, yeah,
the
you were
Den.
like what, like 6 years old when it was the Den, right?
just about, yeah. Definitely not old enough to get into a club. I was trying to go out to shows, but I was like, 15, and I can't get into a 16. I can't get in, and let alone,
Yeah.
Not with that attitude, man. You gotta try.
Well, I mean, I had no motivation at
This
that
is
age. I was
this is the
pretty-
best way to sneak into a venue. Charge. Just
Charge
charge the
the
door and just run to the bathroom.
No, the best way to
change
sneak
your
into a
shirt,
venue
wear some
underage.
sunglasses. Boom. They don't know you.
Yeah,
Everybody does
fair
it.
game, fair game. Fair game.
So on that behalf, we do have some Putnam shows we need to talk about. Every Sunday, you can come here for Latin Night, one of the hottest events to happen in Saratoga Springs.
DJ Boy Boy, he's a homie.
DJ Boy Boy, shout out. Every Monday, we got Family Tree Band and Sly Fox open mic. If you want to yee your haw on stage in front of others, come to Sly open mic. And, you know, get your face rocked out by Family Tree. Just some great motherfucking musicians.
Deep jams.
Peak jams. I told them, I was like, if you guys enter the jam band scene, you make a shit ton of money.
It's not about the money. They get a lot more fans, I think.
They get a lot more fans. I just think that it blends in so well, and it's a different sound, and they improvise. And the fact that they do it every Monday night for free here, that's pretty cool.
That Chris Carey on the keys.
Chris Carey on the keys. He is, I mean, to me, he deserves a Lifetime Achievement Award.
He's a great
just because of how much he does. He could literally play every single instrument backwards with his eyes.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like, insane.
He travels with a lot of different bands, too.
Travels with a lot of different bands. And, yeah, just a fucking great human being. But we got on May 26th, we got E-Block. On June 26th, we have the Nola Knots. June 2nd. June 17th, we have Pink Talking Fish doing some Grateful Dead tunes for the Grateful Dead, Dead and Company after show after night 1, which I did see. Night 2 tickets are now $59, so hop on that shit.
I thought that was all sold out.
Well, they are, but I mean third party.
So they lied?
$59 on StubHub. I saw it, and it was like $218 for night 1.
Yeah, no, you're saying that. I was like, wow.
Everyone saw the Cornell show. They're all done. I'm good.
Yeah, I think that Cornell show lit a fire in my ass to see them just a couple more times. I think I'm gonna go see them down at Citi Field a couple nights, Philadelphia. I'm gonna do it. I'm going on the road.
I'll be working
Destiny
Pink
Unbound.
Talking Fish and
You'll be
after
working.
party and the Jerry Dance after party. So
Jerry Dance party the day
catch me at
after.
Putnam, not at Dead and Go.
Not at Dead and Go.
Unfortunately.
And then we also have Midnight North on July 3rd. That's going to be a killer one. And then, just because we are kind of on some time constraints here, we're just going to talk about what we've been consuming, watching, listening, playing, and go down the line here. Steve, what have you been watching, listening, playing, video game-wise, if you played video games throughout the past week or two?
You know, it's funny. So a lot of my friends talk about, like, they're into sports. They gamble and shit. So I've been watching the basketball games. I watched the last 2 Nuggets games, and then I watched the Lakers Heat game. And I signed up on DraftKings or some
something
shit,
like that.
and then you get like a free deposit $5. You get like a free $150 bets. I lost them all, but you know, it's this shit's hard. You feel like I see where the bettors come from. You bet, and then it's like you almost feel like they see your bet coming, and they're like, okay, let's do the opposite.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. No. But I mean, I've watched a lot of basketball, and. Dude, the sun's out. It's nice weather. I've been golfing a lot. I love golf.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm
okay.
a huge
Steve the golfer.
If you didn't know this about a member of Hilltop, now you do. I love golf. So if you want to golf, hit me up. I'll play around.
What's your preferred course?
Anywhere, but I'll rock Amsterdam Muni any day.
Okay.
Right on.
If you've never played Amsterdam Muni, you better get your ass there. It's a great course.
And hit 'em up.
It's fun. It's fun.
If we're on the topic of golf, I want to give a big shout out to Sunnyside, par 3.
Yes.
Fun little golf
Where's
course.
that?
Say Queensbury.
Yeah, Queensbury.
Queensbury?
Yeah,
They have a
dude.
cool hole where you can literally just use an iron over the pond, like a long pond,
That's
or
my
like
favorite.
a large, smaller wood or something. Great place. Grab a beer there, you know.
Yeah, actually, so one of the longest tenured Glens Falls bartenders, I think, still has a couple gigs there.
No shit.
This guy Pete Peltz is one of the last people to go to do basketball on a semi-professional level in the area.
Wow.
Dude, but yeah, he's 67 years old, still just slinging drinks at par 3.
Yeah. Go to the par 3.
Pete Peltz is a homie.
Shout
That's
out
a
Pete
homie.
Pels, PP.
Always
Pete
always
Peltz.
wears the same
Hell yeah.
Basketball Jones shirt every time I see him.
Love that.
I
Great
just
tune.
hope he has multiple copies of it.
What about listening? You listen to any music?
Yeah, I'm always listening to music. I'm always listening to the same stuff. You know, for my Frank Zappa, I love that. I listen to my Goose. I guess new stuff that I've just been listening to, kind of just to keep the time passing has been a little bit of like house music, like
Okay.
it's pretty.
Hey, it's better than country. Everybody
pretty-
else here on this podcast says they like country. Sly likes country, and maybe I just gotta open my ears. But
I
You
like
know,
old school country.
I was
man.
gonna say,
like
I like
Johnny
certain
Cash,
country.
Willie
I'm
Nelson. That's some good country.
that's good country.
Yeah.
Not a pop country guy. like
no.
That's where we
go to a
draw the
Luke
line.
Bryan concert and you'll have fun at the concert, but you might not like the music.
Maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah, maybe
Sounds
10
like
years.
Dave
Exactly.
Matthews.
Maybe 10 years ago when you like couldn't,
Oh,
when you were like
God.
underage and you could sling a couple drinks.
Drinking
by.
some Skull. Mixed with pink lemonade or something.
Oh my God.
What about you, man? What have you been consuming, dude?
Oh, dude. So, I've been watching Golden Girls. Gotta say, I've been on this Golden Girls kick for like the past like 3 weeks now. I don't even remember how it started, but been watching that. Listening, obviously, I've been on this bluegrass thing. I feel like my soul's been in this like state of revival. Like I said it the other day. Like something about bluegrass, man. Like it just fucking fills your heart and cleanses your soul. Like that's it. It's hard to find something more Americana. And actually down the way here, dude, some Plattsburgh alumnus found their way into my YouTube music algorithm. Soul Junction.
Soul Junction,
Dude,
shout out.
just a phenomenal 3-piece. That I mean, I hope they're all doing fun things now.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, dude, watched them. I did watch the Lakers Nuggets game last night. Which, both of those games in that series were pretty close. I didn't get a chance to
Yeah.
watch the Celtics Heat because they're just never. Every time they're on, I just happen to be nowhere near a TV. But that's really been about it.
What about you, man?
I got like a rap playlist I made, but I don't even know like most of the artists. But it's not like it's just specific rap that I'm more into right now. I've been listening to they got these like Twilight Zone radio episodes on YouTube
cool.
that are like 4 hours long. So I've been jamming out on those and like BuzzFeed Unsolved and like Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of that. And that's about it. I would Gifted Hater Clips posted a couple live streams, so he like was watching the Nigel Houston Need That Raw footage, which
that's
insane.
Dude,
I gotta watch that.
He's just got back on a board, right?
I think so.
After
yeah.
an ACL surgery, like
Yep,
6 months
yep.
out.
Yeah, I know
He
he
didn't do
just-
too good in the S Street League, but he
No.
wasn't even riding that hard.
No, he wasn't. Then he didn't really. He also did like the X Games, but that I guess got rained out in Japan, so they only were able to do like the runs, so like one run for each guy, and then they had to like call it.
That
But
sucks.
Jin Woo, who's like the 13-year-old
He's the
Japanese guy,
future.
He's winning, dude. He's
he
killer.
crushing
Jin Woo
it,
is the
bro.
best. The best.
Dude, he really is. And Nick B, you need to step up.
Just like the blunt slide, like big spin
Dude,
out.
yeah, it was like kickflip blindside, bitch, and I was like, yo, what?
and then like immediately like blunt stall to front side flip out of the fucking
dude, and then like there was
play.
one where he like got up on the blunt stall, but like he was like going too fast, so he like went up on the quarter pipe, so then he just like kind of scooted back, and then just ridiculous front side flip back in. You're like how did you save that, my guy?
Yeah, I think he's like
Future.
yeah, Yudo times like 10.
Dude,
In
yeah,
all
I love that
seriousness.
Yudo is he's already messed up Nigel's flow, and he's just like I'm cool, I'm just fading back out. He's the
Exactly.
King Slayer. I was thinking about this on the way here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. What about you, Ben?
Not much, honestly. Actually, the best thing that's happened this whole week is I discovered Curb Your Enthusiasm,
was
which
that?
is
You just discovered that?
I think it's better than Seinfeld.
Yeah, it's absolutely it is. It's
it's
written
so
about
funny, dude.
like I mean, think of it. You're like this guy writes Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Well, where does he come up with all these ideas? They happen to him in real life. I'm sure something. So I love Larry David's life.
Right? Like
It's
that
like-
show is I don't know. You can't. Nobody else could write like that. That
It's
guy
hilarious.
is so fucking
It's so funny.
I highly suggest it. I've literally binged it like every single night this week, and I never watch TV. Kyle Dunnigan, I've watched all of his stuff. Highly recommend checking out his podcast, his Fresh Prez of DC series that he has online. He's gonna blow up big time one day. And then listening, Boz Scaggs. I've been listening to some Metallica, some Anthrax, some Megadeth, some Cake, some Nas, some Helmet.
Jesus.
Ooh, we're all over the
you're going
road
in,
now.
yeah.
The Jared Poland Fro Knows Photo podcast, some Iron Reagan.
I told you about Iron Reagan.
Yes,
yeah?
yes, you did.
Iron fucking Reagan.
Fuck
dude.
the neighbors. That's the only F I'm dropping today.
Yes.
That is such a good
Demonetized.
song. If you should listen to it because your neighbors are a little tricky sometimes. It
play
is
it
such a
through the
fucking awesome
loudspeaker.
song.
Dude.
Yeah, I'll listen to it as I'm loading up your gear.
Did I show you Miserable Failure? I don't remember.
No, I don't think so.
Dude, Miserable Failure has one of the greatest, like one of the best music videos I've ever seen. Like
Okay.
just such a memorable music video.
Is it a
Like,
band or a song?
Miserable Failure is a song by Iron Reagan.
By Iron Reagan. Okay.
Dude, but like remember when flash mobs were a thing?
Yes.
Dude, just imagine like metal and flash mob.
Okay, I gotta look up flash mobs.
Dude, I had to edit a
What-
flash
you
mob
know,
video back
like,
in the day, and this
you
was the
never heard of a
worst
flash
thing.
mob?
No.
So like imagine like 37 people just go into like the I don't know, like the Wilton Mall and they all just start like doing
A coordinated dance.
a coordinated
Oh,
dance.
really?
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They walk around like they're normal.
Yeah,
and,
and
then
then,
all
and
of a sudden-
then all of a sudden, yeah, they
Then they
jump into
start-
action.
Yeah.
Dude, like, no, the video I had to edit back in, because there's like a flash mob in Las Vegas. So I did a video, like, just editing it. And, dude, like, the songs were just like, not Future song, but it was whatever song that was like, I Can't Feel My Face, so I knew it was clearly about Coke. Like, that song and like a country song, and I swear to God,
thought
those.
about that.
I never thought about that either.
Dude, it's.
And a country song.
Yo, my brain, like, I
Together.
know every single, like, lyric to all of those, because, like, I'm editing videos, had to watch, oh my
Yeah,
God.
dude, that's it. That's what music.
I hate flash mobs
That's
and
why
those two
music
songs.
videos are a little tough for me. Sometimes recaps, I gotta be very selective with the songs I choose because I will not listen to them anymore.
It's like doing this stuff.
That's
It's
why I can't listen to like "Can't Wait for Tonight" by Dogs in a Pile, "The Road" by Mo. Like I'm just like
Nebraska.
I'm like, oh my God, how many times have I heard dun dun dun? I'm just like,
Is everything all right at home?
I'm just gonna start using bands I don't like from the festival lineups. I'm working going forward, so all efforts to make the fucking video. I'm sorry.
Oh God. So before we go, I feel like we're about to wrap it up. I made like
Yes.
10, 11, 12
Bust it out,
tie-dyes
dude.
for Mirth Films
Hey.
for Memorial Meltdown.
Sold
They're-
the first one today, baby.
Yes, so
Oh,
this one's
what? To
already
who?
sold, so you cannot get it,
To,
but there's a few more that are gonna be in stock. I'm also making some bleach dyes, which aren't available as I
To a
don't have any
firefighter/bar
for you
owner or
right
something.
now, but you'll have them at
Would've
Memorial
thought.
Meltdown, so if you need yourself a fresh Mirth Films shirt, we got them
Dude,
for you.
we literally, we just got a whole box of them too.
So
if
come
you're,
to
if you're
Memorial
plain Jane,
Meltdown.
if vanilla ice cream is your flavor, dude, we got vanilla shirts. If you like a little bit of the
Little bit of
vagina,
color.
Maybe I need a
little bit of
fresh
color,
dye.
Dude, everybody needs a fresh dye. It's just,
Yeah.
it's spring, right?
Yeah,
spring.
you got the idea,
And
man.
it has
perfect time.
sprung.
It,
Goddamn.
all right,
Still
Brett, what do we
spring.
gotta
It's-
do?
It's May.
So before we do that,
19th.
just gotta give just a shout out to Charcuterie. That's it.
I thought throwing the hat was the sign we needed to call it, but
Do right?
but hey guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, smoke 'em if you got them.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Left-handed cigarettes only, kids.
Deuces.